My favorite pizza sauce is the classic tomato-based marinara, cooked down to a thicker consistency than a pasta sauce, but otherwise pretty much identical. When I worked at the pizza shop, there was always a huge pot slowly simmering away on the back burner of the stove. Then cold sauce made the previous day was used for the pizzas themselves. If you ordered breadsticks or garlic knots, you got a cup of marinara warm right from the big pot to dip them in. It was glorious.
For basic tomato sauce, kind of like Pizza Hut that I like in the United States, I start with what they call tomate frito estilo casero, which is more or less some tomato sauce that's been cooked down. It says all it has is tomato, olive oil, sugar, a little bit of garlic, and some salt. What I like to do is start with this, and then I cook it down a little bit, and I also add a couple of different spices to it. This pizza seasoning, this is mostly fennel seed, so if you don't have this, you can just add some ground up regular fennel seed. This also has some salt, a little bit of basil, buy that separately. Then I like to put some dried basil. I guess I would say maybe half a teaspoon or so. So here, for the purpose of this video, I'll do a teaspoon of this. And then some oregano. Now, this oregano comes from my mother-in-law's garden, so not everyone's going to be able to get oregano as good as this. But some fresh oregano, or not fresh, but good quality dried oregano. You like the way it smells? It smells good, doesn't it? It smells like a pizzeria. I usually cook this for about 15 minutes, so I put it on 8, so it's going to start bubbling really quick. Then I put the lid on. This is one of those lids that has a little hole to let some steam out, because I do want this to reduce a little bit. This will start to bubble, then I'm going to back it down, and I'll probably leave it at 3 or 4 and let that simmer. The other thing is, you do have to check this. It will burn. If you leave it for the entire 15 minutes, it will burn. It didn't take long. This is bubbling now. I have it at 8, so I'm going to back it down to 6. Stir a little bit. It's already starting to go everywhere. Right, we've been simmering our sauce about maybe 10 minutes or so now, and every couple of minutes I stir it so it doesn't burn on the bottom here. It's starting to look good, and if only we could transmit the smell through the phone.
To review on basic tomato marinara. In Spain, start with around 400 grams of tomate frito. Elsewhere, if there's a basic tomato sauce, that's fine. You can also start with tomato puree or diced tomato. Then you want to add some olive oil, salt, and sugar. For diced tomato, an immersion blender is great for pureeing, but I've also left the sauce chunky, and I like that too. By the way, 400 grams is around 14 ounces, and most countries I've been to have canned tomato of various types in around that size. To the basic sauce, I suggest adding a quarter teaspoon of ground fennel or anise seed. That's 1.25 grams. This is one thing where that measuring spoons are much better. Then, 1/2 teaspoon, or about 2.5 grams each, of dried basil and dried oregano. Next up will be an alternative to marinara I adore, pesto. And until then, pizza!